Have you ever felt like no matter what you do, money just slips through your fingers? Maybe your finances never seem stable, business opportunities vanish, or unexpected expenses keep piling up. What if I told you that the problem might not be bad luck, but something inside your own home? A simple mistake in where you place a salt jar could be draining your wealth without you even realizing it. Salt is something we all have in our kitchens, but in Feng Shui, it's more than just an ingredient. It's a powerful energy tool. Placed in the right spot, it can attract wealth, clear away negativity, and invite prosperity into your life. But placed in the wrong area, it could block financial success, create family tension, and even lead to health problems. Many people unknowingly make this mistake and suddenly find themselves struggling. Business slows down, unexpected debts appear, and money just won't stay in their hands. But here's the good news: fixing this is easier than you think. By simply placing salt in the correct location, you can restore the flow of abundance and unlock new financial opportunities. So, where is your salt jar right now? Is it working for you or against you? Check now because this small detail could be the reason you're struggling financially. Before we dive into the key mistakes you must avoid, take a moment to activate the energy of abundance by commenting below, "I attract wealth and success effortlessly." And don't forget to like this video and subscribe, because what I'm about to reveal could change your financial future forever. Salt is more than just a simple seasoning. It's a natural powerhouse of energy, formed through an incredible process that combines two of the most powerful forces on Earth, the ocean and the sun. Think about it. Ocean water, rich with the Earth's minerals, is heated and purified by the sun over time, slowly crystallizing into the salt we use every day. But in Feng Shui, salt isn't just a kitchen staple, it's a magnet for energy. Anything created through a perfect balance of yin and yang carries immense spiritual power, and salt is one of those rare elements. It has a unique ability to absorb negative energy, cleanse your space, and restore the free flow of prosperity. That's why wealthy families and spiritual masters have used it for centuries, not just to remove bad luck, but to attract financial success, stability, and abundance. But here's the secret: most people don't know it's not just about having salt in your home, it's about where you place it. If positioned correctly, a simple salt jar can act like an energetic shield, protecting your money and activating wealth energy. But if placed incorrectly, it might be blocking financial flow without you even realizing it. So, where is your salt placed right now? Is it working for you or against you? Keep watching, because in just a moment, I'll reveal how to use this powerful element to unlock prosperity in your life. And before we continue, type in the comments, "I welcome wealth and success into my home," to activate this energy right away. Salt has always been more than just a seasoning. It has been a powerful symbol of wealth, protection, and prosperity throughout history. But here's something most people don't realize. In the past, salt was as valuable as gold. It was so prized that ancient civilizations used it as currency, and in the Western world, Roman soldiers were sometimes paid with salt. This is where the word salary comes from, derived from the Latin salarium, meaning salt wages. That's how deeply salt has been tied to financial energy for centuries. But it doesn't stop there. In many Asian cultures, salt is often called small gold, a term that represents miniature wealth. The reason: salt has the power to attract prosperity, cleanse negative energy, and create financial stability. That's why, for generations, wealthy families and spiritual practitioners have treated salt as a secret tool for maintaining fortune. It wasn't just stored in kitchens, it was placed strategically in homes and businesses to safeguard money, prevent financial loss, and enhance abundance. Now, here's what most people overlook: it's not just about having salt, it's about knowing how to use it correctly. If placed in the wrong spot, it could actually block your financial flow without you even realizing it. But when positioned with intention, salt becomes an invisible force field that repels negativity, enhances luck, and attracts continuous wealth into your life. So here's the big question: where is your salt placed right now? Is it silently working against you, or is it helping to amplify your success? Keep watching, because in just a moment, I'll reveal the most effective way to use salt to activate your financial energy. And before we continue, take a moment to type in the comments, "I welcome prosperity and abundance into my life." This simple action can help set the intention for your own financial transformation. Salt is not just a tool to attract wealth, it holds a much deeper ancient significance, especially in the world of Feng Shui. But here's the thing, salt isn't just for attracting abundance. It is also one of the most powerful protectors against negative energy. You might be familiar with the idea of sprinkling salt after attending a funeral, right? But have you ever wondered why this tradition exists and how it works on a deeper spiritual level? Let me take you back in time, where wisdom passed down through generations holds the key. After a funeral, there's an old custom. Before stepping into your home, you're advised to throw a pinch of salt over your shoulder or even sprinkle it on your body. Why? Because it is believed that the salt helps to sever any lingering negative energy you may have picked up, ensuring that misfortune doesn't follow you inside. Now, this may sound like just an old superstition, but I assure you it's much more than that. This practice is rooted in the deep proven wisdom of Feng Shui, which has been refined and perfected over thousands of years. But how exactly does it work? Imagine this. After an event like a funeral, where intense emotions and sorrow can leave behind a trail of negativity, that energy can cling to you without you even realizing it. This negative energy can follow you home and disrupt the balance of your space, bringing misfortune or bad vibes. Salt, however, is known to have the unique ability to absorb and neutralize negative forces. By simply sprinkling salt, you're not just throwing grains on the floor, you are actively cleansing yourself and your surroundings. Salt works to reset the energy, bringing calm and peace back into your home, and it doesn't stop there. Salt can also be used in any space where negative energy seems to accumulate, like a room that always feels tense or an area in your life where things just don't seem to go right. A sprinkle of salt can help clear the air, restoring harmony and inviting good energy back in. Stick with me, because I'm about to show you exactly how to use salt to transform the energy around you. Now, let's take a moment to think about this. If placing a salt jar in the right spot can protect and even boost your wealth, what do you think happens if it's placed in the wrong spot? You see, successful people, especially those who have built significant wealth, understand something many don't. They know that the energy in their homes plays a crucial role in their prosperity. It's not just a coincidence that wealthy individuals always seem to place their salt jars in very specific locations within their homes. This isn't about superstition. This is about understanding the invisible forces of energy that influence our lives, especially when it comes to finances. Wealthy families, whether they live in grand mansions or cozy homes, pay attention to feng shui because they understand that their environment directly impacts their fortunes. They know that if negative energy starts to accumulate and bad luck lingers, money might flow in, but it will quickly slip away. Does this sound familiar to you? Have you ever had money come into your life only for it to disappear just as fast? But here's the catch. Simply placing a salt jar in your home doesn't automatically guarantee that wealth will flood in. There's a big difference between just having salt in your space and knowing exactly where and how to place it. Many people try to use this technique, placing a jar of salt, waiting for things to get better. But instead of attracting wealth, they often notice that nothing changes, or worse, things get worse. So why does this happen? The answer is simple. They don't fully understand the feng shui principles that guide where salt should go. If you place it wrong, you may unknowingly invite more negative energy into your life. Imagine, for example, placing the salt jar in a location where it doesn't match the flow of energy in your space. Instead of bringing balance, it could disrupt the natural flow of prosperity, leaving you frustrated and confused. Let's take a deeper dive into the right way to use salt for prosperity, because knowing the why behind this practice can make all the difference. Stick with me, and I'll show you exactly how to harness the power of salt in your home so you don't miss out on the wealth and abundance that could be waiting for you. So, how can you make sure that salt actually enhances its feng shui power in your home? Let me tell you, there's a common mistake many people make that can completely ruin the effectiveness of this simple yet powerful practice. And that mistake is thinking that the more salt you use, the better the results will be. But here's the thing, more is not always better. This is a misconception that can lead to negative effects instead of positive ones. In feng shui, balance is key, and when it comes to using salt, too much can actually disrupt the energy flow you're trying to create. If you overfill your salt jar all the way to the top, it loses its ability to absorb negative energy effectively. That's right. Too much salt can actually make the jar less powerful when it comes to cleansing and transforming the energy in your space. So, what's the secret to making sure your salt jar works the way it's supposed to? The ideal amount is to fill the jar about halfway, or at most 3/4 full. Why? This allows the salt to do its job by absorbing all the bad energy without becoming overwhelmed. The space left in the jar is just as important. It creates room for energy to flow freely and smoothly, helping to activate the attraction of wealth and prosperity. Imagine when salt is placed with just the right amount, it acts like a sponge for negativity, leaving room for abundance to enter your life. The perfect balance is the key to unlocking its full potential. But here's the thing, it's not just about the amount of salt. It's about setting the intention, choosing the right jar, and placing it in the perfect spot. Stick with me because I'm about to share more tips on how to make sure your salt jar works for you, not against you, and helps create the prosperity you've been waiting for. You won't want to miss this. Did you know that the container you use for your salt is just as important as the salt itself when it comes to feng shui? It's true, many people make the mistake of grabbing any jar they find around the house, thinking that the container doesn't really matter. But if you're serious about enhancing the energy in your home and attracting wealth, you'll want to be more intentional about this. Not all materials are created equal. Some materials can actually cause the salt to lose much of its power. For example, if you use a plastic or metal container, it can block the natural flow of energy and make the salt much less effective. This is because these materials don't absorb energy the way other natural materials do. So, what's the best type of container to use? Ceramic or clay jars are the ideal choice. Why? Because these materials are naturally in tune with the energy of the earth and the sky. They absorb and amplify the natural energy around them, which means they'll enhance the power of the salt inside. When you place salt in a ceramic or clay jar, you're allowing the salt to work at its full potential, absorbing negativity and attracting wealth, all while harmonizing the energy in your space. But there's even more to consider. The type of salt you use is just as important. If you've been using regular refined table salt, it's time to reconsider. This kind of salt has been chemically processed, bleached, and stripped of its natural energy. So while it may be fine for cooking, it doesn't hold up when it comes to feng shui. To truly maximize the benefits of salt for attracting wealth and protecting your space, you need to choose a more natural option. The best choices are natural sea salt, coarse rock salt, or Himalayan pink salt. These salts are unprocessed and retain all their natural energetic properties, which is exactly what you need to help neutralize negative energy and create a positive flow in your home. Now that you know the importance of choosing the right material for both your container and your salt, are you ready to take your feng shui practice to the next level? Stay with me because I'm about to dive deeper into how to place your salt jar in the perfect spot for maximum results. You won't want to miss this next step. Trust me, it's a game changer. Now, here's the thing. Simply placing a salt jar anywhere in your home and expecting it to bring you good luck doesn't quite work the way you might hope. In Feng Shui, every single space in your home has its own unique flow of energy. This means that where you put your salt jar matters a lot. If you place it in the wrong spot, it won't be able to work its magic the way it's supposed to. So let's get into the important part. Where exactly should you put your salt jar to activate the most powerful energy for prosperity and protection? Well, the right placement of your salt jar can make a huge difference in how it absorbs negative energy, cleanses your space, and opens the doors for abundance to flow into your life. So, where are the best places to put your salt jar? Let's start with the front door. This is a key spot because it's the main entry point for both people and energy into your home. By placing the salt jar near the front door, you're allowing it to filter out any bad energy that tries to enter, ensuring only positive, prosperous energy comes inside. Next, think about your shoe cabinet. Shoes are constantly picking up energy from the outside world, and your shoe cabinet can quickly become a hot spot for negative energy. A salt jar placed here will absorb and neutralize that negative energy, keeping your space protected. Another important area is the bathroom. Sounds a bit surprising, right? But bathrooms are places where energy can easily get stagnant or heavy. Placing a salt jar here helps keep the energy light and fresh. And of course, let's not forget about the kitchen. The kitchen is the heart of your home, the place where nourishment and energy are both created. Placing your salt jar in the kitchen ensures that the energy in this central space is always clean and full of vitality, helping to activate the flow of prosperity and abundance in your life. So, now that you know where to place your salt jar, imagine how much more powerful your space can become by simply choosing the right spots. But wait, there's still more to explore. I'm going to share exactly how to position your salt jar in each of these places to make sure you're getting the maximum benefits. Stick around because you won't want to miss these insider tips. By now, you can see that using a salt jar the right way is far more than just a small home decor tip. It's a powerful feng shui tool that can completely transform the energy in your space. When you understand these principles and apply them, you can turn that simple jar of salt into a magnet for wealth, a protector against negative forces, and a source of stability for your finances. It's truly incredible how something so simple can have such a profound impact on the flow of energy in your life. If you've never tried this practice before, now is the perfect time to start, and I promise you won't regret it. Imagine just by making a few small adjustments and placing your salt jar in the right spots, you could shift the entire energy in your home. You might start to notice a new sense of calm, a better flow of positive energy, and even small signs of financial growth and prosperity. The best part? It doesn't require any drastic changes, just a little awareness and some intentional placement. So now I want to hear from you. Have you ever used a salt jar before? Where do you plan to place yours now that you know the best spots for maximum effect? Share with us in the comments below. And as always, let us know if you start noticing any changes in the energy of your home. You might be surprised at how quickly things begin to shift. Remember, sometimes the smallest changes can lead to the biggest transformations. Stick around because there's more to come, and you'll want to make sure you're getting the full benefits of your feng shui journey. Did you know that where you place your salt jar in your home can have a huge impact on your wealth and business success? It's true. A properly placed salt jar doesn't just sit there looking pretty, it works its magic by absorbing negative energy, keeping it away from your family's livelihood, and ensuring that prosperity flows steadily into your life. It can help you attract wealth, improve your financial stability, and even boost business success. But here's the catch. If you place the salt jar in the wrong spot, things can go south pretty quickly. Instead of attracting abundance, the salt may backfire and actually spread negative energy around. And when that happens, it can lead to all kinds of problems like financial setbacks, difficulties at work, or even weakened health. Imagine just by placing your salt jar in the wrong place, you could unintentionally create chaos in your life. It's that easy to make a mistake, but the good news is that it's just as easy to fix once you know what to avoid. You don't want to be one of those people who unknowingly invites bad energy into their home. So, how do you know if you're making this mistake? Well, keep watching because I'm about to reveal the unlucky spots where you definitely don't want to keep your salt jar. These places might seem harmless at first, but they can have unpredictable and unwanted consequences. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. Let's make sure you're not sabotaging your own prosperity. Keep watching to learn the crucial details that could make or break your feng shui practice. 1. In children's bedrooms. Let's dive into something many parents might not realize. Placing a salt jar in your child's bedroom could be doing more harm than good. We all know that a child's bedroom should be a space filled with positive, vibrant energy that helps them grow physically, mentally, and emotionally. In Feng Shui, we believe that the environment around us deeply impacts our well being, especially for children whose minds and bodies are still developing. That's why the way you arrange your child's room is incredibly important. So let's take a closer look at why putting a salt jar in their bedroom is a big mistake that could affect their overall health and happiness. Salt is incredibly powerful when it comes to absorbing energy, both good and bad. And here's where it can become problematic. If you place a salt jar in a child's room, it's not just absorbing negative energy, it's also absorbing the positive, life boosting energy that the room needs to thrive. This could make the atmosphere feel dry, heavy, and stagnant. You might notice that your child starts to seem a little less lively, a little less joyful, and their creativity and vitality could start to diminish. Kids are naturally sensitive to changes in their environment, and if their room is lacking in positive energy, it could make them tired, sluggish, and even less focused on schoolwork. Imagine this: a space that's supposed to support their growth could unknowingly be holding them back. But the effects don't just stop at their mood and energy. Salt's ability to drain energy can also impact their physical health. A room that feels drained of positive energy could weaken your child's immune system, making them more susceptible to illnesses, especially respiratory issues. It could even hinder their physical growth over time. And let's not forget that children are naturally curious. Placing a salt jar in their room might tempt them to touch it, spill it, or even taste it. While salt is not toxic, it can cause discomfort if it comes into contact with their skin or eyes, leading to dry, irritated skin or even eye irritation. What's more, when it comes to their emotional and social development, energy is everything. Feng Shui teaches us that a child's room needs an open, flowing energy to help them feel confident and socially connected. If the energy is stagnant, something salt can cause, it can lead to feelings of shyness, insecurity, and a lack of confidence. A child needs a space that supports their growth, creativity, and social interaction, not one that drains them of these vital energies. So, if you've placed a salt jar in your child's bedroom, it's time to rethink that choice. Don't worry though, making a small change can bring about huge benefits. Instead of salt, you can introduce other feng shui solutions to keep the energy in your child's room bright and positive. Consider adding a warm night lamp, which promotes a calm, peaceful atmosphere. Small green plants can purify the air and add vibrant, nurturing energy. You could also bring in crystals that are aligned with your child's elemental needs to support their emotional well being. If you've already made the mistake of placing salt in their room, don't panic. Just move it to a better spot. A simple adjustment can make all the difference in creating a healthier, more energetic space for your child to grow and thrive. So let's make sure your child's room is a place of vibrant energy that supports their development and future success. 2. On a table in the living room. Let's talk about something you might be doing in your living room that could unknowingly be affecting the energy in your home. Placing a salt jar on the coffee table. The living room is the heart of the home. It's where families gather, relax, and share important moments, and it plays a big role in setting the tone for the entire house. The energy in this space is essential for keeping the household full of harmony, warmth, and prosperity. But here's the catch: many people make the mistake of placing a salt jar right on the coffee table, thinking it will help cleanse the energy. In reality, this simple mistake could be disrupting the flow of energy and even causing some serious imbalances. You see, salt is incredibly powerful at absorbing energy. While it's great for clearing out negative vibes, it's important to be mindful of where you place it. When you put a salt jar at the center of the living room, especially on the coffee table, it can disrupt the natural energy flow. The coffee table is a place of constant movement, whether it's people sitting around it, family gatherings, or guests visiting. The energy in this space is constantly shifting, and it needs to stay open, positive, and flowing freely. A salt jar sitting there might absorb both the good and bad energy, making the atmosphere feel heavy, stagnant, and unwelcoming. It could even affect everyone's mood, causing tension, stress, or general feeling of discomfort. But the impact doesn't stop there. Think about how your living room reflects you and your family's image. It's often the first place guests notice when they enter your home. If there's a salt jar sitting front and center on your coffee table, it can create unnecessary attention. Not everyone understands feng shui, and some people might mistakenly assume that you're facing financial troubles or energy imbalances, thinking that the salt is a sign of misfortune. This could lead to misunderstandings, and suddenly, your living room might send the wrong message about your household's financial stability and overall vibe. Now, here's something important to consider. According to Feng Shui, the coffee table is a key symbol of wealth and financial flow in your home. Placing a salt jar on it could send a message that money is constantly being washed away or cleansed, which is the last thing you want when trying to attract prosperity. Instead of attracting wealth, it could be pushing it away, making it harder to save money and leading to unexpected expenses. You definitely don't want your wealth to feel like it's slipping through your fingers. So, what should you do if you've made this common mistake? It's simple. Move the salt jar. Instead of having it on the coffee table, consider placing it in a more discreet spot, like in a cupboard or tucked away in a quiet corner. This will allow the positive energy to flow freely without any disruptions. And instead of using salt as the focal point of your living room, why not replace it with items that enhance prosperity and create a more welcoming atmosphere? Beautiful plants, calming crystals, or even scented candles are all great alternatives that will support the flow of good energy and add to the overall relaxing vibe of your home. If you've unknowingly placed a salt jar in the wrong spot, don't worry. It's an easy fix. Simply move it to a more suitable location and watch how quickly the energy in your living room shifts for the better. By making this small adjustment, you'll be protecting your wealth, improving the atmosphere in your home, and ensuring a peaceful, prosperous environment for everyone who enters. Don't let a small feng shui mistake disrupt the harmony in your home. Take action now and create a space that truly supports your well being and success. 3. Under the bed or near the head of the bed. Now let's dive into a common mistake many people make when they try to use salt in their bedrooms for better energy flow and restful sleep. While it's true that salt is known for its purifying properties, did you know that placing a salt jar in the wrong spot can actually cause some serious issues? Yes, you heard that right. If you're placing salt under your bed or near your headboard, it could be having unintended effects on your sleep quality, health, and overall well being. Salt is incredibly powerful at absorbing energy. It's almost like a sponge that soaks up everything around it. But here's the catch. When you place it too close to where you rest, like under the bed or near the headboard, it can start draining your vital energy while you're sleeping. That's right, instead of helping to purify the space, it may be sucking out the positive energy you need for a restful night. If you've been feeling more tired than usual or waking up with no energy despite getting plenty of sleep, this might be why. It's not that you're not sleeping enough, it's that your body is being robbed of its vital energy as you rest. That's a huge deal when it comes to feng shui. And it doesn't stop there. Many people who place salt near their bed report having trouble with insomnia or restless sleep. Some even experience weird, unsettling dreams or nightmares that leave them feeling anxious and confused. It's like the salt is interacting with the energy around your bed, amplifying any negative or unstable energy in the room. If you've been waking up with strange feelings or an uneasy vibe in your bedroom, the salt jar could be to blame. It's a classic case of good intentions gone wrong. Let's not forget about the long-term health effects. If you're not getting quality sleep, it takes a toll on your body. Poor sleep can weaken your immune system, make you more irritable, and decrease your ability to focus. Over time, it can even cause more serious health issues like hormonal imbalances or nervous system problems. And if you already struggle with anxiety, insomnia, or blood pressure problems, improper salt placement could be making things worse. Your bedroom should be a sanctuary of peace and relaxation, not a place that drains your energy and disrupts your health. There's also the issue of hygiene. The area under your bed can easily accumulate dust, moisture, and bacteria. If you place a salt jar there, it might absorb moisture from the air, clump together, and lose its ability to purify the space. Once that happens, you're not just dealing with a stagnant energy environment, you could also be inviting mold and air quality issues into your bedroom. Not to mention, cleaning spilled salt can be a hassle, making it even harder to maintain a healthy space. So, what's the solution? Instead of placing salt under your bed, try using other Feng Shui remedies to boost your bedroom's energy. You can incorporate warm night lights, calming rose quartz crystals, or soothing essential oils that help create a peaceful, relaxing environment. These simple additions will work wonders in promoting good energy without the negative side effects of misplaced salt. One more thing to remember about salt: while it's an excellent tool for absorbing negative energy, it doesn't last forever. Over time, salt becomes saturated with all the negative energy it has absorbed. If you don't replace it, it will start releasing that energy back into your space, which defeats the purpose. To keep the energy in your home fresh and protected, be sure to replace your salt jars regularly. How often you need to replace the salt depends on where it's placed and how much negative energy it absorbs. If it's in high traffic areas like bathrooms, near entrances, or in darker corners of your home, you should be replacing it every 3 months. In areas with better airflow, you can go up to 6 months. And here's a big tip: if your salt becomes damp, clumpy, or sticky, it's definitely time to replace it. When you dispose of the old salt, don't just throw it away in the trash or use it for cooking. It carries negative energy, and using it again can spread that negativity. The best way to dispose of it is by sprinkling it in the bathroom and rinsing it away or flushing it down the toilet. This ensures that the misfortune and negative energy are fully cleansed from your home. To truly unlock the power of Feng Shui and keep your home's energy flowing harmoniously, it's crucial to pay attention to where you place your salt jars and make sure they are replaced when necessary. Have you checked your salt jars recently? Are they in the optimal spots? If not, now's the perfect time to move them to more beneficial locations and restore the positive energy in your home. Before you go, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let us know where you've placed your salt jar and if you've noticed any changes in the energy of your space. Your experience might just inspire someone else to make a change that could improve their own environment. And don't forget, if you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe for more feng shui tips to keep your home balanced and your wealth protected. Stay tuned for more ways to create positive, prosperous energy in your life. See you in the next video.